You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the iHeartRadio app. And joining us at this time, as she customarily does, is Jackie Ray. Let's go beyond the box score. Jackie Ray, good evening. Let's start with some professional football or adjacent to that. John Elway, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Football legend. News broke today that he will not be charged in the golf cart incident that killed his close friend and super agent Jeff Spurbeck. For those who don't know, it was being investigated by Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco, who's also a candidate for governor, and he confirmed that his department's investigation into the golf cart incident that led to Spurbeck's death found nothing criminal. And I'm not going to disagree with that because I'm not part of the investigation. Mm-hmm. But I always wonder when you have very powerful, influential people, and there are all sorts of incidents where you can go to the death of Natalie Wood and the boating accident.
Right.
You just always naturally wonder. When this story broke prior to them finding nothing nefarious here, what did you think about the story?
So I'm from Colorado, and so very familiar with John Elway. My dad used to be his insurance agent for a time. So,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was insurance agent for John Elway and Steve Sewell. So, very familiar with him. And I just assumed, because of the knowledge that I have about him from just outside of football, I assumed that it would at least be some negligence because he was probably drinking.
You say probably drinking because we know as a fact that they were leaving a party.
Yes, and
we know they both drink.
And John Elway is no stranger to having a very fond relationship with alcohol. Mm-hmm. So I just assumed at minimum, I don't think that this was something that, it's probably horseplay, he's probably just goofing around, I didn't think it would be anything nefarious, but I definitely thought negligence would be at least, some sort of charge in that. And what that would have meant for him, I don't think it would have meant any jail time or anything like that, but definitely would have found him guilty of some sort of negligence.
For people who don't know, Spurbeck was not riding in the golf cart. Mm-hmm. He was standing on the back with one other person who was also standing. John Elway's wife was in the golf seat next to him. Now, from what I understand, there were 5 people on this cart, which I don't think it's made for 5 people.
Also tells you that everybody was probably drinking because it was only made for 2 people.
That goes back to negligence as well.
Right. So at some point, it's like, what responsibility do you have when you have this golf cart that's only built for 2 people? Do you say, and this is a question that I would ask people even when you are completely sober, when all your friends are walking back from something, is this something that you don't say, oh yeah, just jump up, and then if something happens, are you negligent in that? I don't think it was nefarious in any way, but definitely negligent.
Yeah, I don't think there was any moment where you're doing something where you're consciously putting your friend in danger.
Right.
He may have just slipped off the back and fell and hit his head.
And why the old man was standing instead of sitting is crazy to me.
Were you going to have his wife stand?
Well, somebody who, if they fell off, would be less likely to have a devastating injury should have been standing.
But you're thinking soberly.
Correct.
And you're thinking clearly.
Mm-hmm.
This was after a party. They were leaving a party. There are actually pictures of Elway and Spurbeck holding wine glasses together and posing. So there is a reasonable assumption that alcohol was part of the equation. Mm-hmm. Not all of it. And it may not have been connected to even him falling and slipping, or it may have been that, Spurbeck was drunk and that maybe why he lost his grip.
Yeah, absolutely.
It could be a combination of things. It's just one of those things where there's always a part of me which makes me wonder, because I know for a fact, and I can't say all the reasons why, that prominent sports figures are covered for.
Yes, 100%. I actually had David, Cowboy fans would know him, David Irvin on my podcast. That'll be out shortly. And he talked about all the ways that he was covered when he would partake in cannabis, and how he was told, hey, we're going to mark you, whatever they marked him, so he wouldn't show up to practice that day, so he didn't have to get drug tested. So there's all kinds of ways that people in the sports world cover their athletes, especially now. They might not do that for you if you coming off the bench and you're not good, or you're third string.
But if you're a
Hall of Famer, yeah.
Hall of Famer.
Yes.
I'll tell you a conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
But I almost believed it because of who this person was at the time.
Okay.
Cal Ripken Jr. was playing for the Baltimore Orioles. And if you know anything about Cal Ripken Jr., he was chasing Lou Gehrig's consecutive game streak. I was working for Jim Rome at the time. And I won't say who because it was a prominent baseball executive. But that person told me that he didn't believe that Cal Ripken had genuinely beaten Lou Gehrig's streak because there was a question about one night. Now, this is all conspiracy theory, so I'm not, this is what was told to me, that Cal Ripken got liquored up and did something, and got put in jail and was unable to play the next day. But the organization covered for him. Again, that's just a conspiracy theory. It's not going to change the record or anything, but this was coming from someone who was relatively in the know.
Right. It's only a conspiracy theory because nobody's coming out with the proof.
Right. But if it does come out years later in some documentary, just know that, no, it had legs many years before that.
Right. But that's called protecting your brand. It's not good for the brand. Now, we can debate all day, every day, and twice on Sunday if it's actually good for the individual because they get used to being coddled in such a way, and that could potentially increase bad habits that can affect you later on in life or in an incident like this. So I'm not saying it's a good thing, but protecting the brand is something most companies do.
Right. So. And sometimes it gets so big that they can't protect it. I remember Jim Irsay, now recently departed, got into some incidents of DUI incidents, and it got to be so big that they couldn't cover it up.
Right. The Dallas Mavericks, the situation there with the harassment, that got so big that no longer can cover it up. But somebody had been trying for a while. So, yeah, always got to protect the brand. And in this case, I think the positive in this situation is because they were such good friends and they've known each other for so long. I don't know if there's any punishment that they could have put on John Elway that was going to be worse than the punishment that he's probably feeling himself.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, I get justice might not have necessarily been served, but I'm sure as far as like the family and stuff, he is doing things on his own. So I'm not sure that there's any punishment that could have matched what he's doing to himself. Speaking
of punishment, we told you about the story of Joy Taylor and Fox Sports.
Yes.
And how the lawsuit which alleged that Joy Taylor, among other things, was sleeping with an executive which opened the door for her TV show, which has now been canceled. Let's talk about that when we come back.
Let's do it.
And also Layla Ali, is she getting back in the boxing ring?
She better not.
Well, she's saying if they offer the right money, she might at the age of 47.
But will she walk out?
We'll find out. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640 is Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. And I got to tell you, I enjoy speaking with Jackie Ray because I like talking about sports, but I don't want to get into all the stats and everything. I like the things circling around sports. And we told you some time ago, a few months ago, about a lawsuit in which former Fox Sports television host Joy Taylor was named in a lawsuit, which was filed by an ex-employee where Taylor allegedly told makeup artist Nushin Faraji, the person who filed the lawsuit, to get over the sexual harassment that she had been a victim of, allegedly. And also by programming executive Charlie Dixon, who allegedly Taylor was in a longtime sexual relationship with Dixon, who is also married. That scandal, I told you, watch very closely. It's going to be very important. And it was announced today that Joy Taylor was either fired or her contract was not renewed, depending on how you look at it. And the show that she was on, those hosts, Keyshawn Johnson and Paul Pierce, that show was, I think it was called the Breakfast Ball in the Facility, were also canceled. What do you make of this? Do you connect it to the lawsuit, or am I connecting dots which aren't there?
Oh, no, it's absolutely connected. This is, again, what we just talked about in the last segment, protecting the brand. So do I think that this wasn't common knowledge before the lawsuit was filed? I absolutely do not. There's always... You and I have been in this business long enough to know there's very few secrets in close quarters like that.
They're called open secrets.
Right.
It may not be spoken of, but you kind of know. Some of it is rumor and conjecture, and some of it is fact and accurate.
And some of it is just blatantly obvious. i.e. your holiday party. That's where you literally find out a lot of tea some of the time. And it's not just about who can drink the most, just since y'all keep backing that bus up over me.
If you're not aware, in the Momigos Motown chat, they are still discussing Chateau Le Mo, the soiree, and how Jack Ray Daniels...
Look, I just passed around the love. Nobody turned it down. So, but now take that for example. If something crazy had happened, will we have downplayed it? Probably, because it's nobody's business, right? Mm-hmm. But if it affects the brand, it doesn't affect the brand until it affects the brand. And this is what this lawsuit did. So I think ESPN is just covering their tracks right now.
You mean Fox?
I mean, I'm sorry, Fox Sports.
Yeah, we don't want to throw them under the bus.
Yeah, we don't. Sorry, my bad.
But staying right there as far as women in sports, not necessarily sports media, but actual sports. Layla Ali, I don't know how serious she was. We know that she was undefeated. Phenom had last boxed 2007, I think.
Yeah,
some 17, 18 years ago. Mm-hmm. She threw it out there that she would be willing to come out of retirement and fight Clarissa T-Rex Shields for the right amount. Yeah, I would fight Mike Tyson for the right amount.
I'm going to run around the ring, but
That's
sure.
Right. If you put $100 million out there and I can go out there and with some headgear and a baseball bat, I might take my chances for 30 seconds.
Absolutely. Tyson will knock me out if he can catch me, but he's not going to catch me. I'm still quick.
The first time he hits me, I'm going down like Sonny Liston.
I'll be like, oh no.
And that'll be it. And you can say what you want about me. But Layla Ali said, for 15 to 20 million, I come out of retirement. And before people just laugh that off, remember, we're in the world of Jake Paul.
Right.
What I mean by that, the world of exhibitions, where you have the older, more venerable, respected fighter fighting the up and coming young buck, what have you. Right. It's about spectacle.
Right. So here's my thinking on this one, and this is just conjecture. This is just my opinion. Layla was, what was she, 21 fights, no losses, 20 knockouts, something like that.
Yes.
It's bananas, her record. You don't come out of retirement and try to tarnish that and not unless you broke. That's my opinion. I feel like this is a money thing.
When you start with no, I want to protect my legacy or something, I want to show that I'm the all-time greatest.
Right.
That's one thing. No, she said no. You gotta come up with the money.
A whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that if I were her. Before I got here, I looked up to see if Clarissa had issued a response, and she did, and the response was crazy. Let me see if I can find it. But she basically just said, you know what? I've been wanting to put you in your place. You're 175 pounds and 47. I will knock you out. And she would. I mean, she's an amazing fighter as well. And the reality of it is like people, once they pass, and I think this is an athlete problem because we see this in every sport. Once people pass their prime, they have a hard time accepting that they are past their prime.
Daryl Sexton in the Motown chat says, hey, slow down. How long of a layoff did George Foreman have when he came back in the 90s and regained the heavyweight championship of the world? And he was, if I remember correctly, 47.
He was.
Is that the exception which proves the rule?
No, it's just the exception. It's just the exception.
Well, I guess the rule is, you're too damn old to be coming back.
And why would you even want to subject? And the thing is, for me, if she had just said, hey, like if they had been beefing on X or whatever, and then she was like, all right, we're going to have to put your money where your mouth is. That's fine. Okay, I get it. But the price tag to me says this isn't really about protecting her legacy as much as it is protecting her bank account.
It's a payday. 15 to 20 million for someone who has not fought in at least 17 years.
Is insane.
And even though it was undefeated, but we can't say that she is credibly one of the best in the world anymore.
Right. And how could she be? People forget, like, the training that you do when you're active in your sport it's insane. There's no way she's training right now the same way she was training when she was fighting. Why would she?
Nobody is as good at 47 as they were at 24. And I say that very humbly.
Right.
As someone who's practiced martial arts and competed, I'm sorry, I'm not the same fighter I was then.
I also don't like working out like I did
Right. I'm
then.
not the same basketball player.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
I want to go sit down somewhere. That's
we're
what
talking about the elite athlete. Now, was she an elite athlete? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But that was maybe 3 presidents ago. Mm-hmm. No, 4 presidents ago.
I think her bigger concern, and again, this is just my opinion, y'all, and I love Layla Ali, but I think her bigger concern should be, why isn't she working? Why isn't she commentating boxing, like the men's, the women's. Like there's something going on, whether it's a personality thing, ego, or whatever. This woman should be commentating about boxing. We should be seeing her ringside. She shouldn't be asking for this kind of payday because she should be getting paid.
Right. She should be one of the loudest voices within the female boxing community.
Yes.
Not only does she have the pedigree and the name recognition, just herself, Layla Ali, and of course the daughter of Muhammad Ali.
Right.
But she was one of the not necessarily the forerunners, but the torchbearers of women's boxing.
She made women's boxing relevant. She made it a sport that everybody, both men and women, looked at as, oh, this is legitimate. She is a legitimately good fighter, full stop. So that legacy, no one can ever take that legacy away from her. So again, I think this should be a bigger, she might need the money. I still stand by that. But let's
we all can use 50 to 20 million, what she's asking for.
But let's figure out a way that we can get you paid consistently and still have your name be relevant in the sport you clearly still love without you having to step in the ring.
Just want to let you know before we go to break, we have 2 Coachella Valley coffee swag bags to give away tonight. Each bag contains some cool swag, some classic Coachella Valley coffee products, and a 3-month free coffee subscription. You get 1 2-pound bag and 1 12-ounce bag each month. So we're going to be giving away this in the next hour. Just want to let you know. So stick around for that, especially if you are a frequent listener to the show. We know that, I should say, you know that we love to give stuff away. So we're going to be giving away 2 Coachella Valley coffee swag bags tonight. Jackie Ray, what are you working on the Jackie Ray Show?
So I have the David Irvin podcast coming out. It's the Jackie Ray Show, but that one I'm really excited for people to hear because what he's talking about is the amount of pain that he was in as an athlete and how he chose not to take like the prescription drugs that most people get because he saw the addictions and things like that come with those kinds of things. So he went, the marijuana route, and then that's why he was covered for. But now he's trying to branch out, and he's partnered with another company that does like holistic healing, and he's trying to bring that to the public. So I'm excited for people to hear that one. And
Jackie Ray, they can find you where?
Everywhere. You can follow me on my website, JackieRayTV.com, and all social media at Jackie Ray TV. And it's RAE, JACKIE, RAE.
Why do they keep misspelling your name in the chat? Because they can literally see you are participating with them.
I don't know. But y'all talk about me and drinking. Y'all read my name.
RAE.
Also, real quick, there's 2 things going on talking about getting backed over the bus, and she's got some fans tonight too.
I got some fans?
No. They are complimenting you. You have some stalkers.
Yeah.
You have some stalkers.
Okay.
Some folks who want to meet you in person.
People are trying to get some dates.
Yeah.
Well, we got height requirements now, so post your height in the chat.
Let's not start that.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's not go there again.
No, let's go there. What's the minimum?
Oh, it's like 6'2".
I know.
It's like 6'5".
No, you guys, I
minimum.
never said that. I'm 5'11", 6 foot is preferable, but the lowest I would go would be 5'9". So.
As a 6-footer, I think this is perfectly reasonable.
Thank you, Mark.
No,
yeah,
he's saying that he's as a 6-footer.
Yeah.
He's saying that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not you, but Mark Ronner, as a 6-footer, he's presenting himself.
I
Good
love
for him.
that. Gotta take the shot. You
So,
miss all the shots you don't take.
Does that mean that you're accepting resumes in the chat?
Yes. I mean, because it's either accept resumes or I just got to buy that Mancoon cat I've been eyeing.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. And once upon a time, KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken, now just called KFC, used to be the #1 chicken joint in America. Now, it's not. Now, it's Chick-fil-A. But KFC is not going to take it lying down. So they've started what is called a Kentucky Fried Comeback, specifically to put KFC back on top as America's quote-unquote #1 chicken chain. They're offering, get this, a free bucket of chicken, the KFC bucket of chicken. And Mark Ronner, I know you haven't seen this story, but how do you think you have to go about getting this bucket of chicken?
I'm certain that you got to download an app on your phone and indenture yourself to all sorts of notifications.
To get a free Kentucky Fried Chicken bucket, You have to go online and first spend $15. The free bucket on us, as it's called, is a digital offer available on KFC.com and the KFC app.
Digit licking good. Come on, Foosh.
I'll allow it.
Tyrant.
You got to spend $15 first. So it's not like it's a free bucket of chicken. You're paying for that bucket of chicken because KFC is not that expensive. But I say this genuinely. I prefer KFC taste-wise to other chicken places. Taste, there's no competition. But have you even walked by a KFC lately?
No.
They look like they're still stuck in the late 1970s. The restaurants look exactly the same. They're, from what I've seen, kind of dingy and old looking. It's not like saying, come on in, get you some original recipe or extra crispy. They haven't really done anything. And think about the last promotion. What was the last specialty item? It was like maybe a chicken sandwich or popcorn chicken or something.
I don't know, but my landlady goes there, and a couple times she's brought me back their chicken pot pies, and they're astonishingly decent.
You didn't? Oh, no. The food tastes great. I don't know how unhealthy it is. I'm just saying, taste-wise, it is fantastic. And I've always loved Kentucky Fried Chicken and the sides. Now, it used to be you go to various quadrants of the country and you can get greens, as in like collard greens.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. They call them mean greens. But it varies where you go around the country. But I still like the mashed potatoes and gravy, the macaroni and cheese, the wedge fries, all of that. Okay, Stephen, get ready. Go to KFC for us because I'm getting hungry. I'm serious because I haven't had KFC in at least 2-3 years.
The famous bowl, can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
What's in that?
It's all like kind of mixed together.
Everything he just said in a bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's really, really good.
It's almost like you're too lazy to buy them separately and put them together.
Yeah,
So they
just put it in a
away.
pile and stuff it in your face hole.
So good.
And I love the popcorn chicken. That was just one.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. But KFC, if they could remarket and reintroduce itself to a new generation, it's not beyond possibility where they could reclaim their spot. One thing which I think Chick-fil-A does so well is the service and the presentation.
Now, do you care at all about the political activities of Chick-fil-A?
No, and I'll tell you why. And I've lost friends over this. I'm being very serious. Because if we dug deep enough and we looked at all the connections of money that companies have spent here, there, and the other, you wouldn't eat anywhere. And I know Chick-fil-A has a particular history when it comes to the LGBTQ plus IA community.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pushing that aside. I'm saying that, and I apply this even to movies. Like, for example, there was an executive at Marvel, Isaac Perlmutter, who had some really reprehensible stances. Really reprehensible. But I didn't let that get in the way of me enjoying Marvel movies. And some people say, well, but that was a person, not the company. And I get that. I just can't. It gets to be too much where making all of my decisions financially about some sort of political stance or belief. For example, I've not gone to Target in quite some time, but it has nothing to do with the boycott of Target.
Okay.
So that's just me. And I know other people say, Mo, you're just a sellout. Okay. It's not the first time I've been called that. But yes, to answer your question, yes, I'm aware of that.
Thank you.
I prefer the taste of Kentucky Fried Chicken, but I see why Chick-fil-A in its presentation does so well and why they have people, a line of cars, if they have a drive-thru. Have you been to the drive-thru or seen the drive-thru to Chick-fil-A?
No.
It's in and out-ish as far as how long people will wrap themselves around that building.
In-N-Out runs a tight ship, let me tell you. We go there all the time.
I had some In-N-Out in Pleasanton over the weekend. It tasted so damn good. Because I almost never eat.
Nice.
I almost never eat red meat.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So I had me a double
Hell yeah.
with cheese and that pink lemonade. Ooh. And had fries, no salt.
I keep seeing photos and videos of people's off-menu orders from In-N-Out, like the things that you can ask for that aren't on the super short menu that they kind of hold right up to your grill in the car.
I don't do that stuff.
I got to try that stuff. Some of that looks pretty good.
I had some friends with me, and they got 2 orders of fries, animal style. It's like, whatever. Just give me the fries.
No, you can literally, I would say almost literally order anything you want and combine it in any way, shape, or form. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's perverse.
I had a number one. I was good to go. That was all I needed. Just
and then
eating.
you had a number two. Hey,
Oh,
nothing, Foosh, really? Tough crowd tonight.
That number one was so damn good. It was so good. I can't tell you how good it was. It was gorgeous. And oh yeah, Uno's going to Las Vegas very quickly. Mattel is betting on Las Vegas by debuting the first ever Uno Social Club at the Palms Hotel. It's going to be an immersive, over-the-top experience to bring the iconic card game into a real-world setting. Launch of Uno Social Club marks the start of a nationwide campaign to turn casual game nights into full-blown entertainment events. In fact, they had a contest, and one winner and a guest will be treated to a weekend stay in a decked-out Technicolor Uno-themed suite at the Palms this coming weekend, the 18th through the 20th. And the suite, which features Uno's signature red, blue, green, and yellow palette, includes a private bowling alley, Uno decor, and a personal game host. And Las Vegas pop-up is the first stop for the Uno Social Club concept, and they plan to expand into bars and venues in major cities across the U.S. later this year. That's something I think I would want to check out.
I think the real players are like, yeah, let's get a pile of blow and some hookers and check into the Uno suite.
I don't know about that one. I think those people are not looking to play Uno.
Oh, well, I could be wrong.
Mark, I think you just made it into one of our special shorts that will be put up online by Daniel.
Look, if you hadn't already noticed, I think I'm the butt of almost all the best of shows you guys put together.
How is it that he's going to get indignant about us talking about a meat grinder, and yet he talks about hookers and blow and card games? I just can't reconcile where his moral authority comes from. Yeah,
No, let's not linger on this.
KFI AM 640, your horoscope when we come back.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Let's get to your horoscope for this week, because you better be ready for confusion and past lovers to emerge. Aries, this week matters around the heart, because it may spin off the tracks and leave you with questions, whether it's in relation to love, dating, children, or a passion project. It's time to take a step back and reassess your path forward. However, if you do want to reconnect with someone, you're one of the most favored zodiac signs to do so. Taurus, when it comes to your emotional stability, Taurus, you need to be the rock and everyone that can rely on. This is especially true when it comes to family. However, something is going to pop up that makes you realize not everything is what it seems in relation to home, family, real estate, or your domestic life. Take a deep breath and know it may take a few weeks to sort out. Gemini, this week you could feel like the rug is being pulled out from beneath you, Mark.
Yes.
And you're slammed to the ground. Your entire life could feel a bit confusing, and you may feel literally like you and other people are not on the same page.
Well, that fills me with dread.
And as this, I hate when people use the word literally. It's figuratively, you're not like on a page in a book. So it's not literally.
Read the sentence over again. Let's hear that.
Your entire life could feel a bit confusing, and you may literally feel like you and other people are not on the same page.
I may literally feel that way.
Right.
Okay, fire whoever wrote that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not the only one. All right. It's figuratively. This is the time to practice extra patience when it comes to communications, and if you're involved in travel or an intellectual pursuit, use this time to revise. Cancer, Stefan,
Go.
you often have a lucky touch around finances, as you know how to practice patience and moderation when you need to. However, this week, it appears that money matters are going to need a major revision. In truth, it may take longer than a month to get everything back on track. For instance, you could realize that expenses are loading up far faster than you'd expected, or that things just seem to be tighter than usual. Leo,
Careful, Foosh.
the entire world is warping around you, and you could feel like you're literally spinning, Leo. Who wrote this?
Literally spinning.
Someone who literally wants you to read this.
You might not know what is up, down, left, or right. This isn't the universe punishing you or seeking to cause drama just for the sake of it. Instead, it's giving you an opportunity to revise your path forward. You may find that you're especially reflective at this time, thinking of people or situations from the past, or quite literally, golly.
All right,
Mo, come on. Come on.
I'm not making this up.
I understand that, but this is someone who literally knows more about horoscopes than all of us, and they want to emphasize that with the word literally
this
throughout.
person's literally a hack.
Okay.
Virgo. The universe could feel like you're stepping into a world of dreams and hallucinations as you're uncertain what is the best path forward. Situations and karma from the past could be here to address once again. If I find one more literally, I'm ending this segment. You may also feel like your anxiety and frustration are a bit off the chart, so it might be a good time to chat it out with a trusted source. If something with health is off, even something like a dental situation, you may need to tread forward lightly. Libra, this week you may fare a bit better than others, and it can be a ton of fun. Perhaps you'll reconnect with an old friend or acquaintance, all of whom seem to be overjoyed to see you. If you have anyone in particular that you want to catch up with, this may be a great period to reach out and say that you're thinking of them. This energy may even have you looking at a friend or ex differently. So if you need to have a chat about it, do so with compassion. Scorpio, you ready, Twaller?
Yes, indeed.
The universe is playing tricks on you this week, Scorpio, especially in relation to career matters, your public persona, or situations involving authority. While you have energy in your corner to launch new endeavors, it may be better to go back to projects and plans from the past and revise how you've approached them. If you're launching something now, it isn't going to get the response you're hoping for and leave you wondering why. Sagittarius, this is for me. As everyone else seems to be scrambling this week, Mo, you may find yourself sitting back and watching the chaos unfold. While you are sure to notice a slower pace or that there is a bit of confusion either around travel, legalities, international relations, or media endeavors, you could find that taking a step back to live in the moment is the best plan of attack. If you would like to re-strategize around any of the aforementioned themes, though, you could do so and end up further ahead down the line. Overall, don't sweat the small stuff.
Wait,
It's kind of what we've been saying, to take a break.
Yep.
That is true, but did you literally just refer to yourself in the third person?
I absolutely did.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
It says, Mo, you may find yourself sitting back and watching the chaos unfold. I wrote that. I didn't write. I just read what it said. Capricorn, there appears to be a sense of confusion or inequality in your life. Capricorn, and it seems that someone else is involved. This may be in relation to finances, intimacy, trust, or vulnerability. For instance, you could find that some larger resources you had planned on are delayed or not coming through. On the other hand, it could be that trust issues and secrets are starting to cause tension beneath the radar with someone of significance. The best thing to do is handle it with kid gloves rather than being triggered. Aquarius, there's been a lot of focus on important relationships, Aquarius, especially one person of significance in business or love in recent months. In truth, this energy is still going to echo for months ahead, but suddenly you could feel that things are spiraling off the tracks this week. Exes and people from the past are likely to reemerge now in the weeks ahead, whether in a physical way or on your mind. If there's anyone you want to catch up with, make sure you sleep with them. Go for it. Pisces, closing out. Life has been blessed with a better flow for you in recent weeks, Pisces, but there appears to be something off in your work and life balance starting now. You may feel like you want to throw in the towel and decide you want to take off, ignore work, and use a punch of PTO, personal time off, because productivity, routines, responsibilities, work projects, or coworkers seem to be harder to deal with than usual. If you are able to practice patience or revise your plans, this would be an effective use of energy. And there is your horoscope for this week. Prepare for confusion and past lovers to emerge. I'm literally at my wit's end. What?
I didn't see mine in this.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see anything for me. I literally missed out on this entire horoscope.
It just said you got to basically keep your head on a swivel.
No, he's literally just making fun of the
you have to keep my head
Oh, he's
on
literally
a swivel.
doing
Yeah,
Okay.
he literally.
I'm literally going to do the news. Literally.
You literally.
You are literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not figurative.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.